What's good, chat? It's crazy. We was just talking about that Trump situation. We was just talking about the medical yesterday. Medical tourism was the topic. Today, your Medicaid is frozen. Are you guys paying attention yet? Yesterday, medical tourism was the topic. Today, your Medicaid is frozen. Are you guys paying attention yet? I had to make some American hamburgers in the Philippines. So today's topic, as you guys can see, you guys got a freeze placed on everything right now as the Trump administration review and reallocate all of the funding. Very interesting stuff going on in America, guys. Close this thing up a little bit so you can hear me better. Very interesting stuff going on in America. Our topic yesterday was literally about medical tourism and the fact you might need to need it. And now, fast forward today, Trump has frozen most of the things you guys need or consider essential services in America. Man, it's heating up in America day by day, it feels like. But this is why we get on here and we talk about these topics. We talk about moving to places like here, the Philippines. This is why we get on here. What's up? What's up, Beaver Liquors? Yo, 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 says Beaver Liquors. How you guys doing in America with the freeze that the president has now put on most of the benefits? I'm hearing Medicaid's been affected. I'm hearing that you guys still got your food stamps. I'm hearing you guys still got your food stamps. But I'm hearing it's a lot of things affected by this freeze that Trump is putting on all of the Americans and the things that usually benefit you guys to reallocate the funds to where, who knows. But it's very interesting that yesterday's topic was literally talking about medical tourism. It only affect illegal immigrants, not U.S. citizens. Oh, that's good to hear. See, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Me being all the way over here, I'm not too privy on the topic. I asked some of the people I trust about the topic, and they told me that yes, it is a freeze on certain things. I read a government document that said they wanted to end wokeness and all. Whether it's on immigrants or not, he's doing a lot in a little bit of time. Trump is doing a lot in a little bit of time. That's the problem. People only read what they want to read. I don't think so. I think no matter what's going on, we've been so allied that the president can't get anything done without the House, and Trump is showing the exact opposite. He's doing a lot in a little bit of time. He's affected people. Whether you're an immigrant or not, most of these policies will affect you. That's the thing about that you guys don't understand. Because most of the immigrants is working those jobs you guys don't want to work or have no interest in working. Most Americans not going to work for less than $20 an hour in a cushy office or a non-labor type of job. That's where we're getting to as Americans. So no matter what he does, it will affect you. And even me, being all the way in here in the Philippines, it could affect me also. So that's the one thing we have to understand is collectivism do matter. Absolutely. He stopped all the federal funding. But he's going to re-admin it out like he stopped the funding for the farmers, but he's going to give it back. Yeah, I believe he's going to give it back. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Listen to me, bro. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I just think the panic it caused, because you know Americans, bro, we talking, me and you. I don't care how many people are here. Me and you talking. You know Americans be having anxiety over everything. Over everything. And you know what I mean by Americans. The younger generation, pretty much a lot of the leftists, they have, some of the right even, they have anxiety over everything. So even if it's not a bad thing, these fools will let it get in their brain like it's a bad thing, and then in turn something that's actually good or beneficial to us would become a bad thing because the outlook of the perception of the people and how they go about handling it. You feel me? You feel me, Beaver Lickers? These bugs is crazy in America. It'd be the ERS instead of the IRS, and they have a heart attack not knowing that. In my opinion, it's good to have tariffs instead of having taxes on the income of the citizens, because all these other countries, that's what they're doing. I know that because I travel often to a lot of different countries. So only thing Trump is doing is aligning us with the rest of the world. But for people who don't travel, for people who have high anxiety, they're gonna just have a panic attack, and then it's gonna be like a mass panic attack of people that's literally you getting helped. Like for instance, I heard the overtime thing is already in effect. So essentially, I'm hearing that. I may be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. I'm hearing that you guys overtime is not even taxed anymore. That's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. But we'll find a way to make it bad. You know us Americans. Off the back, bro, I was laughing about the deep seek deal. Ha ha ha. Yeah, exactly. That's another example. You see the deep seek deal got people going crazy. The stock market lost $2 trillion. Look, the stock market goes up and down all the time. Only thing I did was brought more shares. Passport, bro? Nah, I'm not a passport, bro. Nah, hell no. I'm just somebody that travel, and I don't have any baby mama or kids or any wives or anything like that. So I try and see as much as I can see at a young age. And essentially, I'm just at the point where I'm trying to find places to develop maybe real estate investments, maybe places to set up a new headquarters at. I'm just trying to see what the world has to offer. You know what I mean? In comparison to what the USA has to offer, while also appreciating where I've come from day by day. That's one thing about me. I do appreciate where I come from. I'm not like the normal traveler that tells you, oh, America's not shit. Fuck America. I'm not one of those guys. I appreciate where I come from. Texas removed overtime pay. Is that true, guys? Texas removed overtime pay? I find that hard to believe. Anything Chinese made ain't gonna last. Meanwhile, Trump with his little BS, they told him, hey, we lost $600 billion. Laugh my fucking ass off. Well, you had to have a, let me see. I need some of my moderators in here. Hey, Beaver Liquors, do you mind being a moderator? Well, you had to. Because I don't want to read some of these more negative comments. I kind of want to stay on topic here. Moderators help me to weed out the negative comments, and none of my moderators are here yet. No, I'll be back. I'm mad. I just subscribed. Shout out to you for the subscription. Texas did not get rid of overtime. That's illegal. Yeah, I was thinking that. Like, how they gonna get rid of overtime? Like, do you know what that mean? That mean police only working 40 hours? That mean oil field workers only working 40 hours? You know what I mean? I feel that hard to believe. All right, I'm gonna make Beaver a mod. If you see any of the negative comments, they're sure to come. Just get them out of here. But yeah, guys, I think, like I said, even if he's doing things the right way or things that make sense, because let's be honest, a lot of the things he's doing make sense. A lot of the things that Trump is doing make sense. Let's be honest, guys. As far as the you can't be a transgender or have the operation before age 19, that makes sense. You need to be able to think for yourself. You shouldn't be a kid chopping off your stuff. But like I said, the anxiety that these people have just towards the administration in general is, one, hilarious, because if you don't believe in God, it kind of shows when you start to have that anxiety for what's coming in the future. But two, it's gonna cause a disruption, guys. People gonna panic over things that are good for us, which is fucking hilarious. Trump trying to pass the tax on tips and no tax on overtime. Hopefully it'll go through. Exactly. That shit makes sense, bro. Like, been just over a week. Let's give him a chance. I mean, we're giving him a chance. We're just talking about people in general. The majority of America, unfortunately, the majority of young Americans. Like, a lot of that shit makes sense. I think he did the bill where the girls can't play sports with the men now and everything like that. That makes sense to me. I'm all for it. I'm all for bringing some religion back to schools. As much mass shootings as we have in these schools, we need to do something about it. I don't know if bringing the religion back is the best thing, but it's doing something. You guys don't want to do anything. That was the problem. That's why Trump won. Nobody wants to do anything. They don't want to shake up anything. Shake up a couple of trees and see if you get a couple branches to fall. The Gulf of America, I'm here for it. Why not? Rebrand America. So a lot of the stuff I'm in line with, to be honest. Obviously, there's going to be some racial tension in America. That's just the nature of the beast. Obviously, he's not doing 100% right. Nobody in life is doing 100% right. But a lot of these tariffs, a lot of these taxes, situations he got going on, the ERS instead of the IRS. Can you imagine that? I'll be back in America next week. Trump's going to have it, so I'm back in America probably for his administration to get some of that USD. Because a lot of us guys, we're not scared to go out there and put in 60, 80 hours a week in labor and, keep our heads down and make that money and reinvest it in the stock market. And I'm one of those guys. So if it keeps looking how it's looking, I will be back in America in the spring or something like that to reap some of these benefits. Because from overseas, I'm not reaping these benefits. But if I get back into the American economy, I can reap some of those benefits. So shout out to Trump. If I'm being honest, I hate to say it because I know it gets so much backlash, especially coming from a minority. But honestly, bro, I like some of the stuff he's doing. I like what you guys think about the idea with Canada becoming part of the United States. What you guys think about that? I think that could be pretty cool. I've been looking at U.S. territories to possibly move to, so I'm not right on the mainland because I don't want to be on the mainland with all that anxiety. Like, these people are freaking out about things that's going to literally benefit them because they don't see the instant gratification. Our generation, the younger generation, is stuck on instant gratification. That's why things like TikTok is number one in our generation. That's why it's hard for me to have these type of conversations without somebody insulting me, because if it's not instant gratification, meaning that it's right in your face, then you're going to freak out. You know what I mean? So it's hard to even have these type of talk pieces. I try not to have them too often, but with the emerging news, it's hard for me to just skip over it like nothing happened. It's going to be interesting to see how these funds are reallocated. It will be interesting to see how these funds are reallocated. I would like if Elon Musk took more of a backseat, honestly, in the American politics, me personally, because I think the administration that we have in now, excluding Elon Musk, they could get it done. They can get it done. Only thing with the tariffs I'm worried about is the offshore companies raising the price of products to make up for the tariff loss. Yeah, but that happens. That happens everywhere else you travel to. But the thing is, the relief it's going to bring to us. You talking about an extra $20,000, $25,000 on top of what you're making right now. That's a big relief. The inflation might go up a little bit, but things happen. Canada and the United States coming together will make our army stronger. We're already the world leader. Exactly. I met a Canadian today here in Philippines. Cool as shit. He's about to purchase a property. I might purchase one right after him in the same place. So pretty cool Canadian people I meet when I travel. Do away with the IRS, ATF, EPA. As for Canada being a 51st state, that would be complicated due to the third state votes. I think so too. I think it'd be complicated, but I think it'd be well worth it. And something Trump was talking about, guys. I'm not trying to be like a super Trump lover here, but this dude's talking about the right shit. At least bring the conversations to the right shit. Something he was talking about was that I seen myself was the medical field having been a $1 trillion industry. You a clown, homie, native land. You see what I'm saying? You can't even talk about these topics with people no more. That's how much anxiety they have when the situation comes. No president you'll ever have will be 100% right. No president you'll ever have will be 100% right. But what we're talking about is specific topics, specific legislation that we can all benefit from. But what happens is a lot of guys are raised by single moms, so they bring their emotions in the things that they can't think logically anymore. Most men know how to think logically once upon a time ago. But nowadays, so many of us are raised in divided homes and raised with emotional trauma. We can't think logically. No matter if you like Trump or not, this platform is about self-development. This platform is about how can we benefit from the current administration. It's not about whether we like the guy or not. It's about, hey, let's break down some of this legislation. Let's see what we could invest in on the stock market. Let's see how we can better our life. You don't got to love Trump. You don't got to hate Trump. You don't even got to know anything about Trump, but just read the legislation, see how we feeling, how can this benefit us? But a lot of guys can't think logically anymore. They have to think emotionally. So whatever you even say Trump name, they get emotional. They call you names as such. And they miss out on opportunities to better themselves and better their families. It's a sad thing going on in the American world or system because we have weak men and strong women. We have logically thinking women and emotionally thinking men, which is fucking hilarious. Which is fucking hilarious because it's supposed to be the opposite. The women's supposed to be the emotional one. You know how many deep conversations I have with women about investments, about travel, about things of deep nature that we used to have with men when we delegated business as men. But men got to a point to being so emotional, you can't talk to them about anything anymore. I don't care if you like Trump or not, you gotta admit, women and men should be playing in separate sports. I don't care if you like Trump or not. That's common sense. That's common sense. Women and men should be playing their separate sports. There shouldn't be a bathroom that men could go into under the disguise of a woman because they could do all types of essays and all types of demonic things in those restrooms. There should be a restroom for men and women. This stuff used to be common sense. But now if I get online and I say I agree with this, you know, they attack me. But I don't care if they attack me, guys. I really don't, because these things need to be talked about for the logical thinking men and women. And we need to put ourselves in a position to capitalize. That's what we live in America, capitalistic society. So how can we capitalize off of overtime not being taxed? Is it beneficial to you? Of course it's beneficial to you. It's putting more money in your pocket. Some of you guys so emotional. Seriously, it's scary. That's why when they say end wokeness, I used to be the person that get mad when they said end wokeness. But now I think a lot of our pH balances are so far off, we kind of got to get the guys back to having a little bit more testosterone and thinking logically. Honestly, it's a tough conversation to have, but it is one that is needed. Thank feminism. Exactly. That's my point. I'm not just talking here. What's the topic? We just talk about some of the new policies Trump got in place and how we can develop ourselves and put ourselves in a position to win under them. I need help desperately. Me and my family are going to be evicted tomorrow. That's tough, man. I hope the best for you. The biggest thing us Americans need to worry about is drilling oil in our own land. Gas goes down to everything. Bruh, who you telling? Shout out to all the men that's logical thinkers out there. Shout out to all the women that's logical thinkers out there that can have this conversation without feeling uncomfortable, without sending their bias one way or the other. Hey, if you voted for Kamala, it don't matter. She's not in right now. So let's focus on what we can do to develop ourselves under the current administration. That's what this is about, guys. That's what this is about. But shout out to Zappy. He says the biggest thing us Americans need to worry about is drilling oil on our own land. Gas goes down, then everything does. Exactly, bruh. You know what I brought yesterday, bro? When the stock market lost $2 trillion and everybody had their anxiety attacks, I brought Texas specific land at $1,300 a share. I think I got it for $1,266 a share, roughly. Because I see what you're talking about, bro. I see the vision. You don't think Texas specific land is gonna be booming in about a year and a half from now? You're crazy. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. Wow, you met a Canadian in the Philippines today? Yeah, they're always cool. Canadians, I meet them in Thailand. I meet them everywhere. Canadians travel a lot. And they got a pretty good amount of money, too. And he said, do away with the IRS. I agree on that. He said ATF. I agree on that. And the EPA. I also agree on that. As for Canada being a 51st state, that would be complicated due to the third. I hope we can get it done. That would be cool to be able to just drive up to Canada. Guys, one thing I wanted to tell you about, I might make a whole separate live about, is that we need to start looking into some of these U.S. territories. A lot of us think we need to go to the Philippines or Thailand or somewhere like that. Guys, they got Guam, they got Puerto Rico, which the crime rate is pretty high in Puerto Rico. But it was one I never even heard of. It was like Marina Islands or something. So we have to look into these U.S. Virgin Islands, these U.S. territories where we could get jobs, don't have to worry about visas and stuff, and really start to set up shop. We really got to start to diversify, guys. We really got to start to diversify. Let me see what you guys talking about. I don't think if they came together and figured out Canada as the 51st state, the entire North America continent would become very strong politically and economically. I think if they got together, bro, Alan Thompson, shout out to you for the comment, Alan. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you guys are liking the live. It's 112 of you guys in here. We only have 4 likes, and we're speaking on some topics that really matter. Self-development, how to capitalize under the current administration. Make sure you guys like the live and, more importantly, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. But to get to Alan Thompson comment, I agree with you. Once again, I'm going to read it one more time for the people who didn't hear it. I do think if they come together and figure out Canada as the 51st state, the entire North American continent will become very strong politically and economically. I agree with you, but you're missing the biggest one. I think it would help with the health insurance, guys, the health insurance crisis, the medical field crisis, because Canada got a pretty strong medical field. If we could implement some of the things they got going on in the mainlands of America, America might be a place to be. It might really be the golden ages for America. Guys, I'm not the person that's going to look at things in a negative way. I'm always optimistic about life. I know America has a lot of work to do, like a lot, but it's not impossible. It's not untainable. And I don't want you guys to think it's untainable just because I'm in the Philippines. I'm in the Philippines because I made life decisions that I don't have to be in Pittsburgh for the wintertime. I'm certified in certain things in the USA where they allow me to have time off because the skills I have, they need them. You know what I mean? But more importantly, I really do think we can turn things around, but it's going to take people with logical thinking, not people with emotional thinking. We have a lot of emotional thinkers. Logical thinkers get things done. Emotional thinkers persuade people to do what they want. It's two different type of people. Hold up, we're at restaurants that don't separate men and women. You blind in a fake straw, man. No, bro. It's plenty of places before Trump put in those laws and legislative acts that he put in that had a bathroom that men were allowed to go in as long as they identified as a woman. Everybody knows that, bro. There's plenty of places where people were boxing under the identification of women. People were doing all types of sports. I think it was a swimmer under the identification of a woman. The swimmer, he sucked as a man. As soon as he went to the women's side, he won the whole thing. So like, no, bro, that stuff makes sense. And it don't matter if Trump's the one implementing the law. It don't matter if Obama the one implementing the law. If something makes sense, if we can't come together as a whole and just be real and be like, yeah, that made sense. Where the fuck are we as Americans? Like, you guys want the thing to make sense, but you want a certain person doing it. That's the issue. I don't care who get the job done. If it's logical, let's get it done. If it's logical, let's get it done. Make sure you guys like the live. We only got 8 likes, and it's over 100 of you guys in here, remaining in here, commenting in here. It's about 20 of you guys at least commenting. So make sure at least the people that's commenting and the people that's thinking logically, at least you guys like the live. It does help the algorithm. And these are the conversations they don't want us to have because no one's in here attacking each other. As you can see, the only people that's attacking are the people that probably, think emotionally, to be honest. But I'm not in here attacking anybody. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand there's a lot of benefits coming your way. Take advantage of some of them. Take advantage of some of the benefits coming your way. What's the point of setting up this administration to do all of these things and you're not taking advantage of any of the benefits just because you don't like the person that's doing it? It's idiotic, bro. It's idiotic. And I'm here to tell you the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth. It's idiotic, bro. And you're going to be in the same situation 4 years from now that you were this year. When you could be, I can guarantee a lot of you guys work hard. A lot of you guys think logically. You could be a $250,000 in 4 years from now. I can almost guarantee it. I can see it, bro. I can see it. That's why I plan on possibly coming back to America. I'm looking down now. That's over reflecting on all my mistakes. Thought I found the road to somewhere in his grace. Amen. And I like how they're implementing God back into America slowly but surely, because on a dollar bill, it does say in God we trust. And the sentiment of America always have been in God we trust. For better or for worse, we have had some dark periods in, history. But I like how they're slowly implementing God back into things because, I just got dropped. Think about this. It was just 100 people in here. As soon as I started talking about God, it dropped to 60. So people don't want to hear about God anymore. That's the real issue in America. Because once you put God in the equation, everything else seems to figure itself out, huh? And I think that's what people don't want the most is solutions, believe it or not. I think when you control chaos, it's a certain way you could control people. If you make people have anxiety, it's a certain way you could control them. You can make them move left, you can make them move right, you can make them move up, you can make them move down. But when there's solutions, logical solutions, and a game plan to get to these solutions, it kind of get boring for all the anarchists, right? It kind of get boring for all the people who want to put false propaganda out there, right? It kind of get boring for some of your enemies, right? because now they don't have nothing to go off of to pretty much scare people out of their own money, out of their own time. It's interesting. It's interesting to look at from outside in. Please tell me which restaurant making winning, blah, blah, blah. You build the fake arguments in your head. I'm sure I'm building fake arguments in my head. That's why it's real legislation to protect people from these things. See what I mean? People like Justin One, they'll never understand because they always think emotionally. He could do a quick Google search and see some of the situations that happen, but instead he wants to come to my live and act like these things don't exist. He want to act like there was no women and no men in women's sports. That didn't exist. So that all falls under the same umbrella. The men and women's sports, the bathroom situation is all under the same umbrella. But if you have a, like I said, emotional way of thinking, you'll never understand where I'm coming from or what I'm talking about, because you can't even speak, you can't even type in a respectful decorum. I'll never blast one of you guys for having a different opinion than me. I will say respectfully what my opinion is. I will read your opinion, but I would never attack you for having a different opinion than me or call you or insult you or something like that, because logical thinkers, we just don't move like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a whole different world than what you're used to. Let me see what you guys talk about. Zappy said, Justin, what? Have you been living in a hole? He haven't been living in a hole. He's just trying to divert us from the topic. Shout out to Zappy. Shout out to Zappy. He haven't been living. So the thing is, Zappy, what happened is they come in, they divert us from our topics, and they act like these things don't exist, because it's, like I said, logical thinkers and emotional thinkers is two different worlds. They don't benefit from logical solutions. They don't benefit from us talking about these things in a respectful manner. They have to come in and assault us. They have to come in and call us all types of names. They have to come in and make up false narratives like you said, have you been living in a hole? Anybody can see what's going on with that. So it's like they just do these things because that's their job, to cause chaotic confusion. And that's what I was saying at the beginning of this live, guys. It's a lot of good things coming down the pipeline, but it's still going to be bad on the surface because that's just how they want it to be. They need anxiety so they can sell their anxiety meds. You see what I'm saying? Now we're getting somewhere. They need anxiety so they can sell their anxiety meds. They need false narratives so they can sell everything they got to sell to people. It's sad. Selling out is what it's all about, right? You see what I'm saying? They'll call you a sellout. But what do we say? We're just trying to self-develop ourselves. We're trying to figure out how to make sense of all of this mess. That's all. Hold me now 6 feet from the edge. I'm thinking maybe 6 feet. Sorry. Let me see. Harvest. Let me see what you guys talk about. You have no vision. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. It's just tough. I live in Columbus and the rent prices have skyrocketed. Yeah, rent prices are crazy right now, guys. Rent prices are crazy. I probably pay less to rent in the Philippines and in America than you guys pay to rent one place. I actually could guarantee that. My rent in the Philippines and America is less than 1,100 USD. You guys gotta learn how to live in rural areas. Listen, guys, when you're in America, live in a rural area, an hour and a half away from the city. The rent's gonna drop significantly and the quality of life is gonna rise significantly. The safety's gonna rise significantly if you live in a rural area, about an hour or 2 hours from any city. Just make sure you have a car to get to the city, to get to work, and get to where you need to go. But when you come to live overseas, live in the capitals. Now you can live in the capitals. See, this is Manila, Philippines. This is the capital of the Philippines I'm in. So look at that sky. You can't get that sky in America for what, $600 a month? It's impossible. You see what I'm saying? So you guys are doing it backwards. In America, you need to be living in the rural areas because you know where you're at in America. And in the Philippines, you need to be living in the capital cities, Cebu City, Manila, Philippines. What we do is, in America, we live in the capitals. And then in the Philippines, what we do is we come and live in these rural Dumaguete areas. You know, these because they have the beautiful women, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, we got no business being in these rural areas in the Philippines. You know, they built the capital cities for the tourists to, you know, invest in and appreciate. So we're doing it backwards. We're doing it backwards. But to each his own. I'm just letting you guys know the way I do it. To each his own. We already drilled on our own land. We have the largest oil reserve in the world. We have one of the largest oil reserves in the world. I think the largest one is in South America, I want to say. I want to say Colombia. I may be wrong, though. Canadian geese travel far. Yep. You should invest it all in Mongolia Bitcoin. Hell no. Stay away from Mongolia Bitcoin. Stay away from Mongolia. I can't even say her name. Trump's wife. Stay away from her coin. I think we should continue to buy from other places, run them dry, and once we have most oil, we will look like Dubai. Exactly, bro. We need to be a little bit more cutthroat as Americans, and I learned that traveling. We need to be a little bit more cutthroat as Americans. Americans, we got to a point of being pushovers. We got to a point of being pushover, emotional men, logical women. I don't care if you like it or not. It's a tough situation to talk about, so I know it's not going to get a lot of likes. That's why it's over 100 people in here and 13 likes. And that's why you see it keep going from 100 people to 60. Because when they hear certain things that trigger their reality, that trigger them to need to be better, because remember, this is a self-development channel. When they hear things that trigger them to need to be better, to raise to a higher standard, the people on child support, the people that have 4 or 5 baby moms that's ruining their own life but saying that the economy is ruining their life, the people that disrespect their mothers and fathers, the people that don't believe in God, it's not comfortable for them to talk about these things because it's like throwing a rock in a pond. You might hit a fish every now and then. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to attack you guys. I'm just saying, understand where your deficiency is and improve it. We all have deficiencies. Mine was with women. I had to put myself in a place of when I'm traveling, I don't want to sleep with, a bunch of women. I need to have a standard. I need to have a quality of life, but also a standard and a comfort with being with myself. You see what I'm saying? Everybody have deficiencies. I'm just willing to get online and tell mine. But it's an uncomfortable topic. I know it is. But if you listen and you take something from it, I'm pretty sure you could develop yourself to a better stage of life and being. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like the live. It's 71 people in here. We only got 15 likes. We should have at least 40 likes because you guys are hanging around. You're commenting. I know you guys understand what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you guys like what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you guys accept what I'm talking about, but you guys do understand what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking to a freaking wall. We're reading these legislations. They're making sense. The logical thinkers are feeling pretty comfortable. The logical thinkers are feeling pretty comfortable. We're feeling comfortable with our investments. We're feeling comfortable with having less money in the bank than on the market. We're feeling comfortable in our crypto investments, our DeFi investments, our blockchain investments. We're feeling pretty comfortable because we're reading the legislation and we're seeing that if these things are able to get done without them trying to unalive him, because that's the next step for these guys. They don't want us to be at a point in America where we have extra money in our pocket and we could travel and we could do things. Like in Switzerland, I'll give you guys an example. In Switzerland, bro, they get $2,000 per month just for being Swiss citizens, and they declined it. They had a protest to decline it because their economy is so strong in Switzerland. They don't even need it. They're only working 8 hours a week in Switzerland. Universities are free. So these things can be done. They have been done. That's why it's important to travel and see these things. A lot of these other countries, your university is free. Your high school is free. It's been done. But it's been done by tariffs. It's been done by the legislations you read right before you. Instead of having income tax, having the ERS. That's how these things get done. It's been done in ugly ways through immigration policies. I promise you. You think these people in the Philippines care about me after 30 days? After 30 days on the immigration, I'm being real with y'all. After 30 days on my passport, if my black ass ain't re-ing up the passport, or if I'm not out the country, they gonna treat me worse than we treat the Mexicans. You see what I'm saying? So these things are implemented everywhere else in the world, guys. It's just we got logical thinkers that got the balls to do it right now. And I don't care whose name is behind it. The thing is, how are you going to make money from it? How are you going to develop yourself from this? Are you willing to go to work 60 hours a week? I am. I did it before without the overtime being untaxed. Are you willing to put your head down for the next 3 to 4 years, forget all the propaganda and make the right investments? I am. Are you willing to have a little bit of faith in God? Walk by faith, not by sight. What's so wrong with having faith in God? We start to talk about God. Every time I talk about God, the live drops significantly. You can't even talk about God anymore. So I'm happy that they putting God back in school, for better or for worse, because it's better than what we're dealing with now. Mass shooting here, mass shooting there. It's crazy, guys. I'm gonna read some of the comments, but please, guys, make sure you like the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is a newer channel. We're trying to build to a point of monetization. So every subscription matter, every like matter, every comment matter. I like to interact with you guys too. I like to interact with the people who even think differently than me or oppose my thought. Because at the same time, this channel is for logical thinkers. So if you oppose my thought, I'm not going to come at you disrespectfully. I'm going to analyze what you say. I'm going to hear you out. And maybe you can even change my mind a little bit. Puerto Rico to 51. Hey, shout out to Puerto Rico. I'm really interested in Puerto Rico. I'm really interested in some of these U.S. territories. If you guys didn't know, the Philippines is only 3 hours away from Guam. The Philippines is only 3 hours away from Guam on a flight. Thank you. Need to invest in some school. Exactly, bro. What's wrong with that? Jules, we shut down most of those, and I meant we need to stop buying oil from Russia and start using our own oil. Exactly. I agree with you. Shout out to Zappy. Shout out to Zappy. I agree with you. I'm invested in U.S. energy. That's one of the stocks I invest in. I told you guys Texas Pacific Landing. So I'm already invested in the U. I see what's going on. Anything with the name America or U.S. in it on the stock market, I advise you at least look at. I advise you at least have it on your watch list, because I see something coming in America that I haven't seen maybe in my whole lifetime. I'm pretty young, but I see something coming in America that's very, very interesting if you're reading the legislation, if you're reading what's really going on. I'm not talking about moving with emotion. I'm not talking about you hate this guy, you hate this woman. I'm talking about if you're literally taking the time out and reading what's going on, it's some very interesting things that can really boost the economy. I'm talking about, when I say boost, I don't mean like a boost like this. I mean like an Elon rocket to fucking Mars boost. So make sure you guys got what you need, because it's going to come and go. Opportunities don't last a lifetime. Opportunities probably last about this long. The length of the administration is this long. So the opportunities probably not even going to be within the whole length of the administration. Probably just the first 1.5 to 2 years. So make sure you guys pounce on those opportunities and you guys better your life, man. This is what it's about. How much leisure time you got? Did you build a strong, structured family? Did you leave a legacy? Do you believe in God? This is what life is really about. Let me see what you guys talking about. Hold me now. I'm 6 feet from the edge. Like, come on, man. U.S. territories are expensive. They are, but there's always a way around that type of stuff. You see what I'm saying? U.S. territories are expensive. You're right about that, but there's always a way around it, and it's better. I feel like it's better working with a situation where you don't need a visa, but you feel like you're in another country. You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of the Freemasons? I have, but I don't know much about them. I'm so far down. Came to Puerto Rico. Yeah, only 6 likes is crazy. The facts being spoken. Yeah, only 6 likes is crazy. The fact being spoken. Well, we're up to 21 likes now. But the thing is, we're never going to get an algorithm push when we're articulating ourselves, when we talk about self-development, when we talk about reading legislation, when we talk about logical thinking. These type of things can't be pushed on YouTube, because the point of YouTube is keep you at your employer's place. So if they're pushing people like me that's telling you about self-development, that's telling you about real estate and stocks and crypto and different forms of ways to develop your situation, what's the point of having YouTube and having you in a 9 to 5? You know, guys like me can't make it on YouTube, because if I make it on YouTube, I help you guys for free. A lot of guys are offering these same tactics, but they're making you pay $100 an hour. So yeah, don't focus on the likes. Just focus on the message. Are you in the Philippines right now? Yes, I am. Let's see what we talk about. This harebrained bullshit is hilarious to listen to. Once again, one thing you guys have noticed with people who lead with their emotions, for all my logically thinking men and women out there, one thing that always is true about people who lead with their emotions. This is the people raised by single moms. This is the people who's victimized themselves over the years. This is the people who never probably traveled around the world. These people that lead with emotions, they're always going to lead with an insult. The most unintelligent people in the world will lead with an insult. Interesting study. Interesting study. In Asia, wealth isn't determined by how much money you have. It's determined by how kind you could be to the next person. So the lack of wealth isn't necessarily a factor in an emotional thinker, but the lack of kindness could show just how poor an emotional thinker is. Because as you can see, I haven't insulted anyone. I gave you guys straight to the point facts. But as you can see, when the emotional thinker leave a comment, it's always this harebrained bullshit, or it's always some insult. Because that's the only way they know how to talk to us, guys. They don't know how to talk to us anymore. Try and talk to an American that's an emotional thinker. I guarantee it's going to be an insult that soon follow, which is hilarious to me. But let a logical thinker make one insult, and it's like 1,000 of theirs, because a logical thinker could be very logical even within their insult. So we try and keep ourselves at a higher standard on this channel. If you guys are interested in being at a higher standard and being a logical person, if you are a logical person, like the live and subscribe to the channel, because we have these talk pieces almost every day. I'll be off to Thailand here soon, in about 6 days, by the way. Americans come to the Philippines because women here are free. No, the women in the Philippines are not free. The women in the Philippines are pretty classy, to be honest. And they're not easy or something like that under the impression that you guys think. Now, if you're doing pay for play, that's a different story. But if you're talking about just a quality, real, everyday woman, no, you're going to have to put in some work. So you probably missed with that one. Let me see what you guys talk about. How's your leg, bro? It's doing better, bro. It's doing better. I'm having a better day today. But it's still a freaking, how can I say it? It's still a morale killer. You know what I mean? Because we was getting such good content. I was having such a good time. It's definitely a morale killer. But, you know, keep God first. Keep everything else second. You know, and look at this view. How could I be that bad, right? Yes, the two countries where pussy is free. Human are a small, forgettable part of existence. 1,000,000 years is a skip in the park for Earth. Exactly. Only two genders, bro. Exactly. Two genders only. Let me see what you guys talk about. I want to listen to people that grow their own food. Me too. A lot of bitty boys over there. Ask someone where you can get some bulat. I don't want any bulat. 9 likes now, bruh? Nah, it's like 21 now, bruh. I must be way far in the comments. There's so many comments, guys. Crying about America while you're in the Philippines is crazy. The Philippines cry about 11,000 illegal pogo workers in the Philippines while there are 500,000 illegal Philippines in America. Crying about, you see what I'm saying, guys? Emotional thinker, not listening to what we're talking about. I'm appreciating America from the Philippines. I'm telling you guys, I'm ready to make my return. I'm ready to be $250,000 up in the next 2 to 3 years with a logical plan that I will make available to you guys if you're a logical thinker. But let you tell it I'm crying about America and the Philippines. No, I'm looking for properties to invest in here and sell them to another foreigner. That's what I'm doing in the Philippines. But where are you at and what are you doing? Oh, you're on my live or your couch, not doing shit with your life. Interesting. You see what I mean, guys? Emotional people, man. What is wrong with being emotional? There's nothing wrong with it, but as a man, you need to have more of a logical brain than an emotional brain for success. Let the woman be emotional. Give something to the women, guys. We take everything from the women nowadays. We take the purses from them. We take the surgeries from them. You remember when it used to be just women who got nose surgeries and all types of surgeries? Now it's the men too. We take everything from them. Let the women have some. Let the women have something, guys. Jeez. Philippines has tons, I don't know what that is. We are lucky to be able to think the way we do on such a beautiful planet. Exactly. A mindset of abundance over a mindset of scarcity. That's what I call it. Shout out to Les for the comment. A mindset of abundance over a mindset of scarcity. KT said, no, you don't need to come back. I like America, man. I like anywhere because my mindset is set on being happy no matter where I'm at. Some of you guys have to be in the Philippines to be happy. You have to be in Thailand to be happy. I don't have to be nowhere to be happy. I just have to have a connection with God to be happy. Once I lose my connection with God, it don't matter where you put me on the earth. I'll be miserable. But some of you guys just don't get it. Come to Puerto Rico, America's tax haven. I heard, man. I'm interested in, listen, I'm interested in Puerto Rico. I'm interested in Guam. I'm interested in Seattle. And obviously my headquarters is in Pittsburgh, so I'm also interested in Pittsburgh, but I'm looking to mix it up a little bit if I do come back. Is South America America? No. It will be probably in about 2 years. Should see the videos the Marines show you when you go to the Philippines. Jesus is king, amen. People have gotten smarter. Exactly. People have gotten smarter. Are you in Thailand? I'm in the Philippines. I'll be in Thailand in about 7 days. Actually, I gotta buy my ticket to Thailand today. What are you talking about? Self-development, how we can flourish under the current administration, whether you like the administration or not. We're talking about self-development and how you can flourish under the current administration and under the new legislation. Let me see what you guys. Well, guess people got to get one of the millions of jobs that are available. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not, but I'm sure there's some jobs available. You guys just aren't willing to move. You guys just aren't willing to shake. You guys just aren't willing to take a risk. It's a lot of people that's just trapped in their own mind of victimism. You just want to be a victim. You believe you're a victim. So you are a victim. It's the perception is everything. Kind of like here in the Philippines where they say like a lot of these older black guys or older guys in general that's not white, they have resentment towards the white people because they know that people like the whites in the Philippines. Me personally, I think it's enough room for everybody to eat. And just me having my brain and my mindset to be positive, I'm going to attract positive things. You see what I'm saying? You guys got so much hate, so much victimization in your heart, you'll never get anywhere because that's your perception. So that's your belief. Sometimes you got to be blind to things, but be knowledgeable that they exist, but don't hold it in your heart. Don't carry it in your head, and you will find success because your life is different than everybody else. You're the main character in your journey. You're the main character in your journey. So if you believe that you're oppressed, you are. But if you believe that no one could oppress you, you're also right. It's just a matter of perception. And you guys' perception are so blinded. It's kind of hard to come over here and talk to you guys on a day-to-day basis because the negativity is overwhelming because there's no more logical thinkers. Russia is weak after World War II. The soldiers wanted to finish the war and push Russia to the North Pole. Now we see why they wanted to. When did he freeze the funds? I heard yesterday. But I'm not in America to confirm that. Filipino women got that good. You better get you some since you're there. Mid is well, bro. He said might as well, bro. Yeah, the STD rate is pretty high here too, by the way. So I don't just sleep with women just for any reason at all. I'm almost like 7 feet tall, bro. 6'7" damn near. So I hold myself to a higher standard no matter where I'm at in the world. Like I said, mindset of abundancy, not scarcity. Because some of you guys come over here for that sex tourism and you leave and you don't tell the truth. You leave and you go back to America where your dick don't look the same. Excuse my language. You know what I mean? Your lips don't look the same. Now you got bumps and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So all that ain't always good, man. I believe in quality over quantity. You don't just lay up with any girl just because you're in a foreign country. It's been countries I've been to, I haven't dated not one girl. I went strictly for business purposes. I went strictly for religious purposes. I went strictly for social economic purposes. You see what I'm saying? Once we develop our brain to a mindset of abundance, women included, because women follow success. If you're not successful, you know the story. But yeah, that's not my style. But if I run into someone I like, maybe. Good stay. Go on. We don't want you here. Boo-hoo, America is amazing. He just came in. The Reaper just came in just talking. Like some of y'all just come in just to say shit. By the way, there is only one America with 34 countries. Like the Reaper comes in and say, good, stay going. We don't want you here. But meantime, the whole time I've been telling y'all I might come back to make $250,000. Because I do have a plan to make $250,000 there. But yeah, some people just come in and just talk, guys. So you already know about the food and the women. Yeah, of course. But I don't base my whole trip of travel off of food and women. The food, yeah, I do, to be honest. I'm a very foodie person. But the women, of course not. Then I'll be the person with a baby mom in the Philippines or some shit. I don't like having anything like a kid or a potential kid, because you never know when you lay down with a woman, you have a chance to have a kid out of wedlock. I don't believe in that type of stuff, so it's hard for me to just lay down with just anyone. I met one Filipino girl here. She's great. She's awesome, but we're just friends now. But the point is, I don't believe in like sex tourism. There's no need for it. There's so much other stuff that these places have to offer. I used to live there. Shout out to you. What part of the Philippines you used to live in, bro? And Makati? I loved it. Yeah, Makati's lit. Especially the Makati nightlife. So fun. So fun. They got YouTubers in the Philippines too. Yeah, I know. I paid $700, 2 bedrooms in the US. LOL. Jose got it figured out. Shout out to Jose. What type of place you living in? What state are you living in, Jose? For 2 bedrooms in the US for $700? That's a great deal, Jose. Shout out to everybody who leave comments. Shout out to everybody who liked the live. Make sure you like the live if you didn't already. Subscribe to the channel if you didn't already. I'm just hanging out with you guys. We talk about self-development every day. My country has 600 years of American history. Long way before the birth of USA. Oh, see. Mentrea. We got some Mexicans in the house. Shout out to the Mexicans. Darkness hate the light because it exposed them. Exactly. Just like cockroaches hate the light because it make them scatter. Trust me, I know what I'm up against. I'm not going into this thing not knowing what I'm up against. It's a bunch of negativity. So when somebody come with an optimistic mindset, they're going to fight back. They need to be the victim in their story. That's the only way it makes sense. They need to be the victim in their story. It's the only way it makes sense. It's the only way to validate their lack of success. My country was established on, okay. Why can't Mexicans claim Native American heritage? I don't know. Zappy said I sub. Shout out to you, Zappy, for the sub. My family has been in Florida since 1596. God damn, they came from Minocra, a small island off of Spain. Well, look at my age. Yes, it's completely style of life. Yes, it's completely style of life. I said quality of life. Puerto Rico is older than the U.S. Free healthcare in other countries. Exactly. But their tax rate is upward 40%. How would tariffs help build our country? Tariffs are paid by our own importers and exporters. You don't seem to know what you're saying. All right, bro. If you don't think I know what I'm saying, it's not me saying it, by the way. It's the administration. So you need to see how these people get in the positions they're in. They don't get in these positions just by not knowing what they're talking about. They don't become billionaires twice, 3 times over, trillionaires just by just talking out their ass. They know what they talk about, bro, but it's a matter of you guys not liking them. That's the issue. You guys put your like first for someone. I put my like second for someone. I put my logical thinking first. I can't say, one thing I learned about life, you can't never say you like or dislike anyone you never met. Dude act like he's better, like my ass off weaker. I'm not sure what you talk about, Brandon. You don't seem to know very much about politics, brother. I don't need to know much about politics. That's what you guys not understanding. You guys know too much about politics to the point where your anxieties don't even allow you to leave the country for a little bit. You guys know too much about politics. I know about what I need to know about, which is the economic system, stocks, crypto, how to self-develop myself, how to have a closer relationship with God, self-discipline, the things that are important. We don't need to know a lot about politics unless you plan on being a politician. I never claimed to be a politician, but shout out to you, Tony, 2-time. At least you didn't put an insult behind that. What's going on here? A bunch of self-development, learning how to capitalize on opportunities. Brendan, how is wanting a better country thinking he's better than people? Hey, a lot of detractors are going to be here, Zappy. Zappy, I'm just going to make you a mod, so if you don't like where they're going with things, you can actually ban them. You can actually ban them now, bro. I just made you a mod, Zappy. But yeah, Brandon, he says, how is wanting a better country thinking he's better than people? Because I articulate myself well, I'm concise with the way I speak. So if you're a minority and you articulate yourself and you're concise with the way you speak and you think different than most other minorities, you think you're better than people. That's the rule, if you didn't know. That's the rule. We need to reinstatement of slavery. You're crazy. Let me see what you guys talk about. It's a lot of comments, but not a lot of likes. We need to give back the Alamo to Mexico. I think that's how you pronounce it. Who put your head in a vice grip? You are a smart young man. Shout out to you, CC, for showing some love. All of this hate, is good to see a little bit of love every now and then. This guy doesn't seem to read the legislation. Tony 2 times says. So what's the opportunity? The opportunity is in U.S. grown developments, U.S. energy. I promise you guys, I've been telling you guys about U.S. energy or the stock market since it was at 87 cents. It just this week hit $5 and crashed back down to $2. But I did sell at the top and brought back in at the bottom. U.S. energy is a great investment to enhance your life. And it pays dividends. Texas Pacific Landing, great investment. In the crypto world, Yearn Finance, Y-E-A-R-N Finance, great investment. It was at $96,000 in 2020. Now it's at $7,000 per share. To a lot of people, $7,000 is a lot of money. Buy a half a share, buy a third of a share. So it's a lot of investments out there, including the ones that's to come, that you guys could profit from if you decide to be a logical thinker over an emotional thinker. You were just born. Yeah, you're probably right, Grasshopper. A lot of people don't know what mean Philippines. All right, now it's good to invest in marijuana and AI. I don't know about marijuana, but I think it is a decent time to invest in AI. You might have missed that train. Let's see. Seems like the Philippines has gotten more expensive too. I noticed a price hike a lot of tourist videos I see. Yeah, the Philippines is expensive. I feel like the Philippines is more expensive than Thailand, and you get less of a bang for your buck. So I'm headed to Thailand. But the cool thing about the Philippines is you can sports bet here legally. I'll say that again. You can sports bet in the Philippines legally. So although it do feel like it's more expensive, and like honestly in Thailand you could stay in a hostel and mitigate some expenses. But in the Philippines, I would not recommend staying in a hostel. There's a certain standard of living you have to pay for in the Philippines, whereas in Thailand you could be a lot more flexible with that same standard of living. So if I had to do bang for bang, I would go with Thailand, quality of life, Philippines, quality of investments. Thailand, quality of customer service, Philippines, quality of women. Yeah, maybe. I don't know enough about the women in the Philippines. Like I said, I've been dealing with one, but I feel like if you're just looking for the surface value things, like the looks, beauty, Philippines for sure. But yeah, interesting place to be for sure. And I definitely recommend you guys come and check it out yourself. Cool story, Warrior. The most expensive U.S. territory is Puerto Rico. I thought the most expensive U.S. territory was the Virgin Islands for some reason. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, but I do mind because there's so many negative people on here. I don't want to share anything personal. Just ignore the troll comments. I usually do because I have my moderators in here, but today I don't have not one moderator, but it's okay. I got you guys in here sending positivity. The emptiest vessel make the loudest sound. Exactly. I agree with you. Like, why come to somebody else live and harass them when you could go on YouTube live yourself? No one's stopping you from going on your own live and saying your own opinion. Think about that, guys. A lot of people come out of their way to assault somebody. And no one's stopping you from going on your own live and voicing your own opinion. No one's stopping you from going to any country you want. No one's stopping you from making as much USD as you want. But you have a victim mindset. Like this up, says Deltron1. God first. Amen, Deltron1. Shout out to Deltron1 for the like and subscription. What do you have to say about Canada's fuels? What do you mean by that, All Makes 15? Give me a little bit more details by what you mean about Canada's fuels. Two spirits, what the fuck is that shit about? A descriptive word for someone holding two types of alcohol or what? I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. Yeah, exactly. Just focusing on the serious comments. I'm trying to. Hey, what's up, Pandy? I'm about to make you a sub as promised, Pandy. I got you, gang. I got you. I'm gonna make you a moderator, I meant. Sorry. Promise you I'm legit locked in and listening. I got you, bro. I'm about to make you a mod too. Since none of my mods are here today, I'm gonna mod up some new people. I don't see why people are clicking off. I'm listening to this while I'm doing my work. Why wouldn't I want to put something logical in my ears? Because, guys, you guys got to understand, when you think logical, the first thing a logical thinker do is think about ways to improve their self. The second thing a logical thinker do is think about ways to improve the people around them. Some people don't want to improve, believe it or not. This might strike some people, but the people that's overweight, they know they're overweight. They don't want to lose weight. The people that's not necessarily in debt, because debt can be a good thing depending on how you manage it and what you invest the debt into. But some people in certain situations, they know that their situations is bad. The people on child support that don't want to take care of their kids, how many guys do we know that don't want to take care of their kids? Seriously. How many people do we know that don't? I don't read the Bible as much as I should, but I'm willing to admit that in front of everybody. And now that I'm willing to admit it, I can start to work on it, read a little bit more every day. You see what I'm saying? But logical thinkers are willing to admit where they defaulted and they want to improve, whether that's improve over a year, whether that's improve over a week, whether that's improve over a 5-year period. The thing about a logical thinker is you have to call yourself out first. You have to develop yourself. And a lot of Americans just don't want to develop themselves. It's easier to collect food stamps. It's easier to be a victim. It's easy. I'm telling you guys the truth. It's easier to make kids out of wedlock and get a bunch of income tax money. It's a hard thing to talk about. It's a hard thing to talk about. And maybe I'm not the guy you need to hear it from, but the truth will remain the truth. It's easier to be a victim than it is to claim where your deficiencies are and adjust them. It's so hard to adjust your deficiencies. It's so hard for me to sit here, and not want to go out and mate with every Filipino woman that looks attractive to me, especially knowing I probably could. But at the same time, it's not that hard anymore as it was 3 years ago when I first started traveling, because I worked on myself over time. You see what I'm saying? To bring myself to a higher standard. My word for the new year was standards. I told myself I'm going to make sure I have a certain amount of standards moving forward. Clever metaphor. The industrial, scientifically grown marijuana that is sold legally in dispensaries is publicly traded. So yes, investing in it is very profitable. AI is also the upcoming investment. The only reason why I say the stocks for weed isn't the best investment, although I am with you on that, I do believe you can't really go wrong with that because a lot of people do smoke weed nowadays, is because the banks still don't take a lot of the weed cash right now. That could be changing here pretty soon. But I'll look out. I'll take what you say, Alan Thompson, because I don't know everything in the world. I'll take what you say, and I'll put some time aside to look into possibly investing into marijuana stocks. Because I was invested a little bit into them. And one thing about the marijuana stocks, I'm pretty sure they are almost at $1 or $2 right now. But sometimes those marijuana stocks skyrocket. They skyrocketed from like a couple dollars to like $400 in the last bull run in 2020. I remember that. So I will consider what Alan Thompson is saying. Shout out to Alan Thompson for bringing some value to the community, for bringing a comment worthwhile that's not filled with hate and insults. Definitely gonna look into that because I'm heavy into investing. I'm actually all topped out for my investments right now. So that's why I'm really probably going to be looking to get back to the USA here after about 2 or 3 months in Thailand. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe my YouTube could get monetized and I'll stay abroad. But if it doesn't get monetized in the next 2 to 3 month period, which we're on track to be monetized, by the way. Shout out to all the new subs. Shout out to everybody who's supporting the YouTube. If it gets monetized and I have a job offer in Thailand paying about 1,200 USD. On top of that, maybe 1,000 from YouTube. $2,500 is the sweet spot in Southeast Asia, guys. If you make $2,500 in Southeast Asia per month or more, yeah, you're in the top 1% around here. So just understand that. But yeah, guys, the thing is, in America, I was making almost $8,000 a month. So I may be back just to really get some of my investments to a new level. But shout out to you for that investment advice. Mindset of abundance. Scarcity mentality leads to selfishness. Exactly. Deltron 1 is right. You're exactly correct. I had a mindset of scarcity before I started traveling. And I was very selfish. until I start traveling to places like the Philippines. I see people making $300 a day, and they have more collectivism in their mindset than I had. So I had to adjust myself. So you're exactly right about that. You're exactly right about that. Mindset of abundance. Scarcity mentality leads to selfishness. I'm gonna pin that comment. I'm gonna pin that comment. Let me see what we're talking about. Oh, you guys are all the way down there. I'm all the way. I pinned that comment and I see I'm pretty much. I pinned that comment and I see how far I am in the comments away from all the other ones. Free your mind. The rest will follow. Exactly. I appreciate that you are thorough with the comments, but it leads you to follow a little behind in the flow of conversation. No worries though. Yeah, I follow. I've fallen way behind. That's what I was just saying. You look like Joel Patrick. I don't even know who that is. Don't let the negativity bleed into your motivation. I won't. It's just sometimes I don't want to deal with it every day. You're doing some great work here, brother. I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Deltron1. You're speaking facts. Brother, absolutely truth. Don't be a victim. We can all find reason to, but it's important to stand up for yourself and try. Exactly. Shout out to Deltron1. I'm going to make you a mod, bro. It looked like you was already a mod. But Deltron1, you're exactly right, because the thing is, I'm going to read that again, guys. You're speaking facts, brother. Absolutely truth. Don't be a victim. We can all find reason to be, but it's important to stand up for yourself and try. Exactly. Exactly. And the reason why that's so important, I thought I did make you a mod, Pandy. But the reason why that's so important is because we're in fucking America. I'm not in America right now, but we have American citizenship. Do y'all know if y'all had the right mindset, if y'all was exposed to the right things, we have so much abundance right there in America, but it's so hard to see it because the mindset is always clouded. Guys, these people in the Philippines wish they had American citizenship. I know people here that do Excel. They're fucking smart, bro. Like, they're smarter than me. They're smarter than you. They're smarter than us. And they get paid like shit. And we're not even half as smart. And we getting paid maybe 1,000% more. Literally. 1,000% more. So the abundance we have, it's sad to see that we waste so much of it in a victim state of mind. You know what I mean? And I refuse to be that way going forward. Even if I'm failing, I'm going to fail forward. That's my whole thing. Even if I'm failing, I'm going to fail forward. And these conversations, like I said, they're not popular, but they need to be had. All right, I'm going to try and catch up with some of the comments. Sorry if I missed your comment. He said, cut all the funding. It's a waste. Hey, No Limit, can I ask what's the idea you got for investing? I like to do more in-person type of investments because stocks are hard for me to understand. I would say if you want to do more in-person type of investments, I would say start looking into some real estate outside of America. Tokyo. I just came from Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, I would go to Japan and buy one of those houses they got for $20,000, $30,000. If I was you, if you could do that, the plane ticket's only $400 there, so I'm pretty sure you could do that. And also, just you said you like to invest outside of the stocks. I think it's worth learning about stocks and crypto. I think crypto's more of a 2 to 5 year thing. Make what you can and get out. But stocks is going to be there in the long run. It's being overlooked a lot because of crypto, but it's still very good money in the stocks. Very good money in the stocks. And the thing about stocks is I feel a little bit more comfortable, if I'm being honest. I feel a little bit more comfortable putting my money in Starbucks. I know what Starbucks is. It's paying me a dividend. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable putting my money in the U.S. Energy. They're hiring in Pittsburgh. I know what this company is. I know what they do. Where crypto, I mainly invest in crypto to diversify where I put my money. I'll say that again. I mainly invest in crypto to diversify where I put my money more so than for the gains. And when you start to travel overseas, you'll see certain places might not take your bank or this or that, and you can just transfer some crypto. It makes it effortless for all of us travelers out there. That's why I don't go into the meme coins too much. I was in the Dogecoin. I made some good gains there. But the main thing for me is DeFi money and blockchain technology. But it's worth learning. It's worth learning. You can never stop learning. I'm always looking to learn, bro. Every day I wake up, I'm looking to learn. Alan Thompson would be a good mod. All right, let me get Alan Thompson in the mod team. Let me see if I can find him. All right, we're gonna get Alan Thompson in the mod team. Shout out to Alan Thompson, our newest mod based off of a recommendation. Welcome, Zappy. Okay, U.S. Energy on the stock market. Yeah, USEG. And it's hard to find. Believe it or not, they do make it hard to find. And it's a dividend paying stock. So the best thing about that is if it do go down a little bit, just buy more. But I've been buying that since 87 cents. And you guys think 87 cents isn't a lot compared to like $2 or $3. But when you buy 1,000 stocks at a time, 1,000 shares at a time, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. Because if you buy 1,000 shares at $2, you're gonna be spending a couple $1,000s. If you buy 1,000 shares at 87 cents, you're gonna be spending $870. You see what I'm saying? So just that small movement. And then if you buy 1,000 shares at $5. Oh, another good one, another good stock is Grab, Grab. Grab is what they use in Southeast Asia. It's like Uber. It's the Uber of Southeast Asia. The headquarters is in Singapore. We all know about how good Singapore is. And everybody uses Grab. I use Grab for everything here. I use it for shopping. I use it for travel. Grab is like my safety line. It's a great stock to get into right now. I think it's at $4 a share. $4 a share, guys. And the all-time high is about $16 to $18 a share. I think it's $16.50. So it's a lot of room for you to grow on Grab. At $8, you make 100% of your money. At 12, 200, and at 16, 300. But I think it could be somewhere along the lines of a $30 stock in the next 5 to 10 years, because everybody use Grab. In Thailand, everybody use Grab. Singapore, people use Grab. Obviously, that's the headquarters. Philippines, people use Grab the most out of anything else. I don't know if it's in Vietnam. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but it is prevalent in Southeast Asia. Thought I heard someone at my door. But yeah, guys, check that out. Hopefully you do get monetized, brother. Hey, if I do, the thing about me, Deltron One, if I get monetized, great, right? But if I don't, I still will come to you guys, let you guys know, hey, I fell short of my monetization goal, right? I'm back in America. I'm putting my hard hat on. I'm working towards something, and I'll still make time to do the lives. I have a setup in America that's nice too. You know what I mean? So I'll still make time to do my lives. I'll still do what I have to do. A lot of us guys, we're scared to fail. I'm not scared to fail. I'm scared to not try. That's the difference. I'm scared to not try. But a lot of us guys are scared to fail. I'm not scared to fail, brother. But if I do fail, I'm gonna make sure I fail forward. But it seemed like we'll get monetized, but who knows? It all comes down to the amount of support you guys give. That's the cool thing about communities. If you guys really want me to be monetized, I'll be monetized. I'll be monetized if you guys really want me to. And the amount of encouragement and community we've been building in such a small amount of time, I think there's no reason why I shouldn't be. But we'll see. It won't be the end of the world either way. Like I said, I don't hate America. I know how to deal with my realities, my locations. I know how to switch locations at a moment's notice if I really, really need to, or if I really, really want to. So it's nothing where I feel trapped, or I feel a mindset of scarcity, or I feel a mindset of victimism. I don't feel like a victim when I'm in America. I don't feel like a victim when I'm outside of America. You see what's going on there? I don't let the location determine the mindset. You see what's going on there? You can't let the location determine the mindset. You can't let the location determine the discipline. If you don't sleep with a lot of women in America, why you come to the Philippines and have, sex with every woman you see? It just don't make sense, guys. We have to be the same every place we go, every location we go. Have to have that same level of self-respect, same level of self-discipline. It's easier said than done, trust me. It really is. Because temptation is leading. We all fell to the lust of temptation. All of us, including myself. Easier said than done. But if you at least try, you're in the right place to be in this YouTube. Let's see what you guys talk about. Do you work from home right now, or just kind of vacation and working on your next move? I work from everywhere. I have a TEFL certification. I do have a bachelor's degree. I have some opportunities, like I told you guys, in Thailand, where they wouldn't let me teach if I want to stay in Thailand. I do have an opportunity on the table right now. But that opportunity is based off of monetization on YouTube because I don't want to just make a Thai salary or a US salary in Thailand. I need a little bit more on top of that, especially as a younger person that's really trying to get after it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I want to get after it. I want to have a $250,000, $500,000 by the time I'm 35. I want to be retired by the time I'm 37. I'm not gonna bullshit you guys. You guys ain't bullshitting me. Why would I bullshit you? And if that means I got to go back to America and put my hard hat on, I'm willing to do that too. But if that means I can do it from Thailand, that's great. That's a blessing. It's beautiful. But my point is, I have some things in the work. I have some investments in the work that give me return. I have sports gambling things that I do. I do a little bit of everything, man. I believe in being a jack of all trades. I believe in being a jack of all trades. Don't never just limit yourself to one thing. You see what I'm saying? I got a bet right now, DeMar Hamlin, comeback player of the year. I put $30 on him. If it wins, I win $5,000. I'll go back to America, pick up that $5,000, pay my taxes, and I'll be right back on the road. I've just made $10,000 on Travis Hunter. You see what I'm saying? So we have to use every freaking tool we have, and that's where the logical thinking comes into play. When you're logically thinking, you don't have time to be emotional. When you're logically thinking, you don't have time to be emotional because you're thinking of too many different ways to get things done. You guys following me? Let me know if you guys follow me. Shout out to you guys with all of the likes, all of the comments, all of the new subscribers, all of the new moderators. Shout out to you guys. I think I read that one already. Cut all the fun it's all always. We have been given a golden ticket of nationality. Yet our culture has caused us to squander our appreciation for the opportunities we have been given and are continuously given. That's the truth. That's the truth, but not too many people want to admit it. If we say things like that, they'll try one. If I talk like that, people feel like I'm attacking them. If we talk like that, people feel like think we better than them. We can't talk directly anymore. The pH balance is off in America. The men are not men anymore, and the women are more logical thinking than the men. Obviously, we talk about at a majority rate. You see what I'm saying? That's why they gave you Kamala versus Trump. Because they understand that. They created it. They created it. So we can't speak like that anymore. We can't speak logically. When we speak logically, we think that people think that we think we're better than them. When we give them a game plan, people think that we think we're better than them. We can't give them game plans anymore. You remember back in the day, it used to be A, B, you get to C. Now it's A, B, L, G, B, Q, T. You know, and that's not a knock. I'm just telling you guys the truth. You nearly caught up in the chat, by the way. All right, that's good. I have heard about Chinese decryption systems paired with AI that may risk our stock market stability. Yeah, they talk about deep seek or something like that. Anything, the stock market will function no matter what. So never be scared of the stock market function. If you see the stock market going down, buy hard. If you see it going up, start to think about your exit plan, where you want to sell that. Excuse me, guys. I'm eating my American burgers. I made some American burgers here. That's in our password and security and such. Yes, diversity lends security at least. Not all about profitability. Exactly. See, every day I get on YouTube, I meet more like-minded people. That's what keep me coming on here. Every day I get on YouTube Live, I meet more like-minded people. That's what keep me coming on here. Every day the topics get better and better. The people I meet get better and better. Quality over quantity is what I believe in. I also have a StreamYard I do my YouTubes from, but because the algorithm is more friendly when I do my YouTubes from mobile, I usually do mobile. But if you guys see my StreamYard setup, I could play videos. I have like banners, all types of cool shit going on. So the more we build our community, the faster we build our community, I'm going to be able to go on the StreamYard and not worry about the algorithm push. But as of now, we need the algorithm push to keep growing and meet people like Deltron1. Deltron1 says, the diversity lends security at least, not all about profitability. Guys, you know how important it is to diversify based off of security, not having all of your funds in one account not all having your eggs in one basket, for lack of better words. Sometimes you need to just be in crypto or have a crypto wallet just in case somebody hack your other shit. Sometimes you need to have hard cash just in case somebody steal your crypto. Sometimes you need to have a banking system with something like Navy Federal or an offshore account in the Philippines just in case somebody fuck you over. These are layers of defense. Logical men think of money and investment the same way a general think of war. How many layers of defense do you have until you get hit? And a lot of you guys don't have that many layers of defense, myself included. But when you change your mindset, you can start to change your situation. So build some layers of defense, guys. Looks like we got a lot of mods now. Not really, it's just probably a lot of mods in here at the time. Grab, so it's hot out there. I'll definitely check that out. Grab is hot. Grab is Uber. Grab is Uber of Southeast Asia. It's probably one of the better investments, one of the more safe investments you could do, because I just don't see it going too much farther down. And it's already at a generous number. I think $4 a share. That's pretty generous for what it is and what it has to offer. What it has to offer. It offers a lot. A lot. So definitely check out Grab. I'm thinking about getting some land in Michigan, getting my grower's license and grow a ton of weed plants. I got good knowledge on it, and weed is so profitable. All you need is seed, soil, and water. Zappy, I hope that works out for you. I heard it's expensive to get the license, though. I heard it's about $250,000, but nothing's impossible, though. Nothing's impossible. Mindset of abundance. Fear of failure is real, brother. I've been there. The best time in my life that brought me the most success is where I embraced the inner trailblazer. Exactly, man. You never know what's on the other side of failure. You never know what's on the other side of failure. Most of the blessings come through the lessons. I'm willing to fail forward. Are you? He said, Zappy, I'm in Michigan right now. Nice. My sister, her boyfriend lives in Lansing. You know, I'm not in a great spot right now, but I'm letting it change my mindset. Got to find gratitude and self-respect. Exactly. Why are you guys retracting, Zaya Pandy, why are you retracting your messages? How do you handle your money to make it easily available overseas? I just told you, cryptocurrency, banking, hard cash, stocks, certifications too, because you could lose all of that shit. If you have a certification in teaching English and a bachelor's degree, you will be employed within a week in most of these Asian countries. So certifications, I bring them with me. I do have my bachelor's degree with me. I do have my teaching English as a foreign language with me. And then my certification from America, I could work at military bases outside of America. Before I got hurt, I was supposed to work at Kosovo. Kosovo is a small country near Albania. It's kind of like the Israel of the Europe. I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah, the lines of defense you set up is things, you know, as far as currencies, spreading them in different ways, and as far as certifications, I recommend you have at least a couple. So that's how I'm easily available. And then not having babies out of wedlock, not having baby mamas running around, stuff like that. Having a little bit of self-discipline, things of that nature. But that's a good question. How do you handle your money to make it easily available overseas? That's a great question, Steve. Shout out to you. This is so excellent, bro. Sincerely, I'm happy for you. You're out here doing it, man. Shout out to Deltron One. I'm happy for you too. Y'all all out here doing it. That's what y'all don't understand. Even if you're in America, you out there doing it. Some people really want to be in America. You guys just don't know that. But when you leave America, you see how many people really want to be there. I want to make sure my phone's not dying. It seems like it's charging down instead of up, which is crazy. I got it on the charger, guys, but for some reason it feels like it's about to die because it keeps going down instead of up. I was 2 fights off of a 13-fight parlay that would have paid me over 50K, shaking my head. You got to keep going. You got to round robin, bro. Round robin, round robin, round robin. When you guys are sports betting, round robin is like doing a box in a lottery. That means if you lose 2 out of 13, you still would have won 30 grand. Round robin, round robin, round robin. If you don't have enough money to round robin, you shouldn't be sports betting. That's the rule of thumb. Some apps call it system bets. Most apps call it round robin. So you have a chance to win even if you miss 2 or 3 legs. Let me see what you guys talking about. Just imagine if all of us put our knowledge together, we'd be unstoppable. We'd be all eating good. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to build this community for. So we can all put our knowledge together. You see what I mean? That's why I say quality over quantity. Look at the Spartans, 300. There was just a recent study done that showed a small group of organized people move more deadly than a majority group of confused people. So you don't need a lot of numbers. You just need a lot of like-minded people. Bro, when you go to Thailand, I've seen videos about a guy who makes the very best burgers in Thailand. You have to go try if possible. Shit, let me know. Leave a comment or something. Let me know. I've been in Thailand like 5 times already though, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I just go to the non-touristy parts at this point. I just go to the non-touristy parts. I'm thinking you are a former Air Force. Nah, I didn't. I was going to go to the Air Force this year or last year. It's a long story about that, though. First off, they couldn't get the deal right. They paid me more just to be a mercenary. They paid me more to be a mercenary, first off. Second off, we can never structure a deal that was equitable for me. Third, while the sergeant was cool, the sergeant major was a dick. So it didn't happen yet, but I still got about 14 years of eligibility or something like that. So it could happen in the future. I'm not opposed to the military. My dad did 20 years in the Navy, but I just don't see the benefits of it. I got the same training, same certifications, paid more, could leave when I want, could go when I want. I don't see the benefits of it. Your intelligence says Air Force, and you said Navy Federal. No, I got Navy Federal through my dad and my granddad. They was both in the Navy for 20 years. But yeah, maybe that's in the future. But I'm dealing with a freaking ruptured Achilles right now, so it wouldn't be nowhere in the next 3 to 5 years. I can tell you that much. But I still got time if I really, really wanted to do it, because I could speak the language and I'm already certified with weaponry. So it'll be pretty easy. But shout out to the military guys out there. You guys really got it made. The military guys with disability checks, you come out here and live like kings. I have nothing against Kamala as a person. I just like Trump's policy better. Exactly, Zappy. Zappy's just thinking logically. He's a logical thinker. Let me see what you guys talk about. I grow weed with a license, says Sergeant. One issue is Michigan has the least expensive ounce price of flour in the entire U.S. right now, sitting at an average around 60 to 69. So profitability is down in this state, Zappy. Profitability is down in most states with profitability is down in most states with weed because you have a surplus supply and it's expensive. So Americans can only smoke so much. If it wasn't so expensive, it'd be selling like hotcakes. But Americans are in a decline financially, illiterate. So it's hard for them to keep smoking that good quality stuff. So they usually go to the street shit. Kosovo is Serbia, just for the record. Yeah, that's the big thing about Kosovo. They call it Serbia. It's kind of like how Israel, they say Israel is Palestine. It's the same situation, just in Europe. It's an interesting place. But they had a pretty nice contract out there for me. Oh shit, I'm caught up. Let's go. Yeah, but growing weed without a license is risky. If you want to do the amounts I want to do, I might do 1 year without a license, but you'll get caught up eventually. The government wants all the dollars. If I was you, I would grow without a license. Fuck it. The jail sentence isn't that harsh for weed. This is extremely painful. I had a minor tear at one, and it took forever. Yeah, I know, bro. Fucking Achilles ruptures suck, bro. I hate this shit. I hate everything about this Achilles rupture. But it give me more time to sit down, get on live, work on my development, self-development, read a little bit more, look into different opportunities. I'm looking to get a possible another citizenship, another passport. That's in the works. Possibly. It just give me more time to reflect. So everything happened for a reason. I'm kind of going stir crazy a little bit, sitting in the house, knowing how fun it is outside, knowing how beautiful like everything is outside. Like, it's a lot to get into outside. And they look at you like, if a woman interested in you, they'll look at you like this, up and down. Unlike in America where you can't tell if a woman like you or not. So like, I don't know. It's a love-hate thing. It really is with this injury recovery. But at the end of the day, I mean, if I keep the positive mindset, I cannot lose. This is one thing I notice about life. Yeah, we gotta take risk in life sometime, lol. Nah, for real, bro, because I was just looking at this thing, bro. It said, like, bro, what if one day you wake up and that's your last day, bro? You didn't do shit. You was just playing it safe with the Roth IRA. You never booked a flight. You never did shit. And it's just you in a car accident at work, some dumb shit. You slip and fall in the tub. You get COVID, whatever the case is. You see what I'm saying? But we be treating life like it ain't. Look, we be treating life like it's gonna last forever. And that's not the case, man. And we treat money the way we should be treating life. It's sick. It's sick. Guys, you think I'm not smart enough to know that there's a 50-50 chance that my page get monetized? I may have to go to America again. You guys don't think I'm not smart enough to know that. Failure doesn't discriminate, right? Failure doesn't discriminate. But success doesn't discriminate either. Unless you talk about Hollywood, you know what I mean? Then you got a different story. But my point is, guys, you have to be ready for failure. You have to accept failure, but you have to be doing something that's worth failure. And is failure really failure if you're doing something that you love to do? You see what I'm saying, guys? This is for logical thinkers. This is for logical thinkers. Is failure really failure if you're doing something that you love to do? I say no. If I love to travel, I love to travel, guys. Am I really failing by trying to attempt to make a lifestyle out of traveling? No. I'm not even 35 years old yet, not even close to it. So imagine if I try this again 4 or 5 years from now with more money in my pocket, more experience, and with a community already behind me that know who I am. You see what I'm saying? You might not get everything on the first whack at it. Most baseball players don't hit a home run the first time at plate. You see what I'm saying, guys? You might get the third base. I might get the second base. I might get this close to monetization by that time my plan tracking for my goals. Because I have plan tracking for my goals, guys. I'm not the type that's going to sit around for 6 months and wait for something. I got a strict timeline on this thing. If it works, it works. Great. We're a genius. If it don't work, we got to go to the other plan. I got strict timelines for my investments. I got strict timelines for my self-care. I got strict timelines for most of the things I do in life. You see what I'm saying? You can't be, no, I'm not going to wait around in Thailand until I'm down to my last penny to see if it worked. This isn't a movie. I won't even wait till I'm down to my last 10 grand. I'm being honest with you guys. This isn't a fucking movie. I'm going to try some things out. I give myself a 90-day timeline, a 120-day timeline, a 160-day timeline. If it works, it works. If it don't, we go to the next plan and keep moving accordingly. Compartmentalize what you need to do. Get your bad habits out of the way. Make a game plan. Stick with it. Very, very simple. True Zappy, those are setups. Very expensive. Auto flower or no? Nah, autos don't get nearly as much yet. Like they're talking to each other. Wonders aren't people who never fail. It's people who never gave up. You don't fail. You learn and grow, brother. Exactly. I don't look at it as failure. I'm just saying what we call it as a society. I'm just saying what we call it as a society, because everything I'm doing now is stories in somebody's workplace if I have to go back to a workplace. It makes you more employable when you take risks, believe it or not, because you have a different outlook. You might be up for promotion just because it's a Filipino manager, or you know how to deal with people from Japanese culture because you spent time in Tokyo. It's a different outlook. So like you said, it's not failure. I'm just calling it what we call it in America. I say that life is a adventure to be lived, not a problem to be solved. I'll say that again. Life is an adventure to be lived, not a problem to be solved. Totally true. People could say he tried and he didn't cut it. But that's their outlook. Exactly. Meanwhile, I'm picking up a lot of information I need to pick up at a young age. So I'm not sitting in my cubicle wondering. I'm not going to be never sitting around wondering. I wonder what the Philippines is like. I wonder what Tokyo is like. I wonder what Bangkok is like. I'm never going to be wondering because I took the time and did it. Well, I'm healthy. Wow, man, that is good. An adventure to be lived, not a problem to be solved. Exactly. If you look at it in that mindset, it just make everything a little bit more simple. That's the thing, guys. We got to get back to logically, simply thinking as men. Point A to point B. That's it. That's all this thing is about. Why are we worried about a bill that's doing the first of the month? The first of the month isn't guaranteed. I'm not saying don't prepare for these things. I'm just saying don't let your anxiety steal you from your present moment. When you let your anxiety steal you from your present moment, somebody else is still in that present moment of profits from you. When you let your anxiety steal you from being in your present moment, somebody is still in that present moment from you. You're sitting here inspiring me, man. Truly reminds me of how much control I have over my destiny. I'm happy to be able to inspire you, Deltron One. Shout out to you. Make sure you like the live. I like you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Check out some of the videos. Videos are pretty cool, honestly. I put a lot of time into them. My laptop's from 2017. It's a MacBook. It barely even works, so it's a headache. But I'm still doing them. So take some time out to watch them. Leave a comment. Leave some words of motivation. Sometimes I need motivation too, so I'm happy to give you a little bit of motivation. Right now, I'm sitting in the Philippines with one leg working and operating. And I still got a better outlook than some of you guys with two legs in America, making 80,000 USD per year, 70,000 USD per year, 40,000 USD per year. You guys got to change how the fuck you look at shit. You got to turn it up a notch. I'm definitely checking the videos out once live is done. I'm going to focus on strictly business these next couple of years. That way I could chill later in life. I don't want to be working day to day past 30. I'm only 20, so I still got a lot of time. Shout out to Zappy, my young 20-year-olds in here. That's who I do it for, man. What up, Bella? How you been? My young 20-year-old Zappy in here. Look, bro, you got a lot of time to lock in. If I was you, I would take a year or two to travel if you can. It's a lot of ways 20-year-olds could travel right now. Or take a year or two to get a certification. Take a couple years to yourself. Your business, like you said, do something for yourself. Take risks. Be aggressive with your risk because you got the youthfulness on your side. You see what I'm saying? What's up, Bella? We just chilling. Bella, you coming in on the end of the live here. So you're gonna have to catch the run back, Bella. But it was a good one. It was a good one. We found some more like-minded people, Bella. Shout out to Bella. Always coming in, showing the love. And guys, make sure you guys watch some of the videos. I'm trying to get the public watch hours up. My biggest goal right now is to have this YouTube monetized within the next month and a half tops. If I can get this YouTube monetized in the next month and a half, I'll keep the show on the roll. If it's not monetized, we have to move accordingly based off of investments that I'm setting up now. I went from on the streets to net 85K in under 3 years before. Yeah, that's because you're an American citizen that don't look at itself as a victim. It's amazing what you can get done when you don't look at yourself as a victim. America's considered the socialism if we all help each other. Zappy, you are ahead of the game right now. Exactly, Zappy. And then you're exposing yourself to people who's putting you on different tactics too, Zappy. That's the thing about you. You're exposing yourself to the right people, to the right things. Nowhere in this live I talked about how many points LeBron James scored, how much time P. Diddy gonna get. None of this bullshit. Cooking with Kaya. None of this dumb shit. I'm giving you a plan to execute. You see what I'm saying? So you're in the right space right now. You should be write some of this shit now. I'm glad I found this channel. Hopefully it stays around. There's not a lot of free thinkers like you. Yeah, I know, right? I got banned so many times from TikTok and YouTube and all this shit. It's crazy. Okay, I turned my notifications on, says Bella. Shout out to Bella for turning on the notifications. But yeah, guys, it's not as hard as we think. Don't be scared to be different. They will attack you. They will. You won't be liked. You won't. You won't have 1 million views or 1 million subscribers. You won't. Don't be scared to be different just because of the opposition. Don't be scared to be different because of the opposition, guys. If you feel like an investment is right for you, make the investment. Don't focus so much on a credit score. Focus so much on what you want out of the investment. If you know it's a risk to take this 10,000 and put it into your business, but you got an intuitive feeling that it's gonna work, follow it. Because at the end of the day, if it don't work, they give you 2 or 3 chances. Trump went bankrupt 3 times before he had something that worked. I'm sure, believe it or not, I know this is hard for you guys to believe. It's going to be a time you see Elon Musk in financial woes. It happened to the best of them. It happens to the best of them. Save and invest in yourself and goals. Exactly. TikTok still good in the Philippines? Yep. You know what my hustle was? I went and got CDL in my early 20s. I had a partner and a kid on the way at the time. But as a young single person, you can live on a truck and bank your money. Exactly. And that's something I could take advantage of. That's something Zappy could take advantage of. We could get our CDLs. We don't have any kids. And we could go live on a truck, make 100 grand a year. Some of those CDL guys make 100 grand a year, 70 grand a year, 80 grand a year. Pocket most of it. Pocket 60 grand. Hit the gym for a shower. You see what I'm saying? Hit the gym for a shower. The YMCA. You could go to any YMCA in the whole country. These things are possible, guys. But with that being said, we hit our 100-minute mark. So I'm going to be getting out of here. 100,000 a year ain't that much nowadays. That's if you're financially illiterate. But that's another story for another day, Funk. You're gonna have to come in and try and troll another day. If you're financially illiterate, no money's a lot of money. If you're financially illiterate, our next live will be on financial literacy, by the way, because I tell people all the time, I'm more deadly with $10,000 than you are with $1 million because of your spending habits, because of your financial illiteracy, and because your mindset. So it don't matter what amount of money you have. If you have a mindset of scarcity, as we just seen with Funk, you'll never make it. But I hope you guys like this live. I'll see you guys in the next one. I like you. Make sure you guys like me. Leave the notifications on. We're coming at you guys with new topics every day that we do research on, detailed topics about how you could improve your life and the people around you. As I always say, stay dangerous. Do not stay safe. Stay dangerous. See you guys in the next live. Peace.